Welcome to Goof On, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. In a minute, we have bags. We've got loads of bags. Hiding the bags. All right. It is Wednesday, March 31st, the end of the month of March. We are now 1 quarter through the year. I can't get comfortable. Need that chair. And when I move. But I'm glad you're here. We are now jumping over the hump and moving on into Thursday. Tomorrow, you will be near the end of the week. I'm glad for some of you. But for some of us, every day, Saturday, Sunday, it's all the same. It doesn't really matter. But I'm glad you're here. Tonight, we've got a big show. Big show. It's all right. No, it's little. No, it's big. No, it's all right. It's normal. We're going to talk about... Seriously, at this time, you're going to do that? I like to talk about something I keep forgetting to talk about with you kind people. And that is continuous deja vu. Hold on a second. Hold on. Let me get this right. I don't like the way I was looking in there. Is that better? Now I look like, hello, everybody. This is Rich Giordano. All right, there. I'll sit up. No, I don't like the way this looks. Why do I keep hitting that button right there? All right, there. That's a little better. Is that better? Yeah, that'll work. It's this chair. So I had this weird experience, I don't know, 3 months ago, and it was a strange thing that kept happening throughout the day. And I never had that experience ever again. And I'm watching Fringe again. By the way, if you haven't seen Fringe, it's everything we're about. It is so cool. It is one of my favorite shows. Yes, sometimes things just happen to work out by coincidence or silliness, but you have to suspend your disbelief. That's what we do here. It's Fringe. What we talk about is Fringe. Unfortunately for us, it's mainstream news, but for everybody else who doesn't follow ufology or the paranormal, it's Fringe. So I like watching the TV show, and I recommend y'all doing it. It's on Amazon Prime. Y'all can check it out for free with commercials, or you can pay for it if you like to read the commercials. But they only give you 90 seconds of commercials, and sometimes you need to look away from the screen to let your eyes relax. But Fringe is very good. Watch it. I'm on season. The first season has 20 episodes. They did 6. It's a good show. It was on Friday nights. They put it on Friday, the worst day of the week for Nielsen ratings, people watching TV. Everybody wants to go out on Friday, right? And they put it on that. And by the way, J.J. Abrams is the guy who's created it all, or a couple other people. But yeah, you can see his work. Definitely, he's definitely there. You can see his mastery throughout. Good acting, great acting. But it's a fun show. I'm on season 2, episode 5. I fell asleep watching it, but I'm so tired. But I'll rewatch it. Good show. By the way, third phase of Moon last night squashed any controversy over that Uruguay sighting. All right, squashed it. Oh, it's a reflection. Well, that's what I thought too. I'm just saying. I said 80-20 it's a reflection from something in that car, cell phone, radio, who knows, dashboard. But then this picture was given to them maybe an hour after they had already edited the show and posted it for premiere. That's how they started that. Somebody said posted it, and it went posted it. I dropped something, and I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was, but something fell over, and I know. Oh, okay, it was my vape. Okay, it rolled. Yeah. What's that? Oh, I vape with sugar cookies, by the way. Hey, tomorrow, I just wanted to let people see this. Tomorrow's April Fool's, right? So I saw, hold on, let me do this the right way. Just hold on. I'll also talk about the Montreal sighting here just in a moment. Just in a moment. So let me see here. Let me pull this over just to do it right. You can see the flashing up on my face and body and torso that I'm working here. All right, tomorrow, Michael from Dark Hour Paranormal, he says, uptick in meta propulsion vehicle sightings. Join us live. He's having a show tomorrow, April 1st, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 Pacific. They are having Manny from Area 503 back on the show. They're going to talk about it. That's tomorrow. Here's the link will be in the description, of course. As you can see, here's the setup for it. 15 hours. You guys be there, okay? Because I'll be there. Hey, if I'm not sleeping for ufology, hey, where'd I go? All right. Anyway, I just wanted to remind everyone, and then I did this. Don't forget, I look like I shrunk about 5 inches. And don't forget to go. That's what it looks like, so you know where you're at. The link will be in the description after the show. Let me fix this camera one more time back to the way it was. Oh, there we go. There we go. All right, Manny, Dark Hour tomorrow. Be there. It's going to be a good day tomorrow, April 1st. Ooh, I got a good thing coming for you guys tomorrow. I can't wait. Nah, it's nothing. It's nothing. Really, it's nothing. It's always nothing here at Goof On. What?
Anybody seen Richie? Huh? I'm going to keep coming back till somebody remembers seeing Richie.
Is he gone? Don't say anything. Unbelievable. This guy's looking for me every day. I don't know, something to do with Bobby Lupo being killed. I don't know. Thinks that I killed Bobby Lupo. I didn't. Don't forget this as well. Countdown to Disclosure is still killing it on Prime. If you haven't seen the Cousins Brothers production, go check it out. You can rent it, own it, HD, 4K. It's all there for the taking, guys. History is soon to be made. Huh? Soon to be made? What was that? Didn't work out. Oh, no. Where's Jaime? Oh, it's Wednesday. He's off Wednesdays. That's right. Here's the roll call. All right. Corvalan, how you doing? All right. Okay, great. Good to see you. Hey, look at that. Knowledge 888 with a $5 super chat. Goofon, did you check out the last email I sent you of a triangle spaceship throwing some plasma to the ground video? Yes, I did. I'll show it later for the $5 super chat, of course. I did see it. See, here's what I'm doing, guys. Just so everybody, I have not gotten back to emails, obviously. And there's a reason for that. I just don't want to tell you my personal, but thank you for the $5 super chat. Super generoso. I'm not going to get into the personal stuff, about my life. But let me tell you, I couldn't get back to you guys. I mean, I've gotten back to one or two here and there when I can. But I'm working on a few projects as well, just so you know. It's not like, I'm sleeping all day. Things are happening, and I've just been so busy. And just so you know, it takes a long time to get back to you. It's not like I can, just say, hey, I got it, thanks. It's a message I kind of write out to most of you. It takes time to come up with that. There was one email that I spent an hour just typing up. I mean, that was just my response. So it does take time. And then after that hour's done, I look at all the emails and I'm like, oh boy, what am I going to do? I can't get to everybody. I'm out of time. And that's what happens. I'll do better. I'm trying to. You guys know I'm trying, right? Hey, Mr. DB Cooper with a $2 super sticker. I don't know what that sticker is. Let's take a look-see. I'm trying, right? Hold on. I had to go to the actual page. Oh, it's a alligator eating. Oh, that's funny. Two Mr. DB Cooper alligators eating one-ups or spitting out. It's hard to tell. Looks like he's chomping on a one-up. Thank you, Mr. DB Cooper. Super generosity from the man who has good viscosity. Another? Look, I just did another one. Another $2 super sticker. I got to check out what this one is too. Oh, it's the same thing. One up, one up. I don't understand. Is there a message I'm not getting? I appreciate the $2 super chat. Super generosity. Breaking news. North Korea has just landed the first man on the sun. That is true, Dr. Smith. Thank you, Mr. DB Cooper. 7. Yeah, they just landed the first man on the sun. You know what he said? Hiya! It's so stupid. I didn't know what to say. It just came out, hiya! That's not nice at all. Knowledge 88.8 with the 99-cent super sticker. What do you say there now? What is this one about? It's a smiley face with the sunglasses on. Guys like the new hat? Sitting in a chair, smoking. We're not so different. I know it's hard to see sometimes if you're using a cell phone or whatever. Missy! Oh, it's Misty. Misty! Felicia Flores, welcome to the show. Paul Tavares, welcome to the show. Eric 81872, welcome to the show. Lee Bodge, happily, what's up, man? Welcome to the show. Mr. DB Cooper 7, welcome to the show. Stu Gerson, strongest man ever. Love it. Misty OC, Jose Sanchez, the man, the artist. Good job. Welcome to the show. Coral Ann's here, everybody. She's doing all right. Coral, where'd you go? The jump room just jumped. Wait, what did I just say? Did I say the chat room just jumped or the jump room just jumped? Brooklyn King 718. Area code. Welcome to the show. South Point 1360. Welcome to the show. Love the chicken. First Floor Audio. Welcome to the show. You guys are moving this chat room faster than I can say Beelzebub. Yeah, you guys are faster than that. Iceman Gambino, welcome to the show with your scary Halloween mask. You know who that is, right? You know who that mask is a depiction of? William Shatner. That's William Shatner. Not a joke. Welcome to the show, Bridget Ladd. Oh, that's a UFO over the mountains. Okay, cool. Looks like it's abducting something or someone. Paul Geary, well, a lot of colors. It just threw me to you. Yeah, it's a good hat, right? It's a pretty good hat. Hey, Den Bub, what's up? Welcome to Joe. Red Panda, my other half of the smartness. Welcome to the show. Sky Allen. No. All right. Grandmaster UV, welcome to the show. All right, we're good. Let's go. Tina Mobley snuck in there. Hey, Red Panda, she says. What's up? Welcome to the show. All right, we got a Mikey Gematria. Dorothy Lang. I don't know if I said you guys, but I did anyway. Welcome to the show. If I see anybody else new coming in here, like Megadius, I don't know. You can say that. There's only one way, right? Cypher. It is Cypher. Damn it. He found me. It's over. I can't make it back in the Matrix. He won't let me. Rich Christie's in the house. Jay says, Anybody seen me? Kelly Lewis, welcome to the show. Deep Thought, barely caught you there. Frap Sap, welcome you guys. Good to know, good to see, good to have everybody around me. Polish is king. Welcome to the show. Betty Double Kick Chick and your long hair. Welcome to the show. Gorgeous long hair, I bet. Stargate Traveler, welcome to the show. All right, that's it. I went past the allotment. I got JP Besson. No, I thought I did. I said hi earlier. That's right. All right. Coraland, they're rocking the Goof on Radio stream shirt. I still have some left. I have to send them out to certain people. They're all accounted for. There will be new merch coming out in June. I want to have it out by June 21st, the first day of summer. Yeah. Yep. New merch. Period. Merch, period. All right. So this, let's get to the Montreal thing. I'll just play the video in the order of appearance here. So somebody said they posted the actual poster says, I posted this video yesterday, footage from Montreal. Everyone said it was fake, so I took it down. An hour later, he says, I live an hour away, so I did more research and found new people actually got footage. I don't think this was faked, and there seems to be quite a few witnesses. I could still be wrong. This second link is a picture of someone else also grabbing footage. Here's the footage. After we get through all this. Nice. Enlarge.
Tu vois ce que je vois? Oh my god, what the fuck?
What do you think? Immediately, you want to say fake, right? Me too. I really don't know. I really don't know. I haven't, I'm just going to tell you here and now, this is the first time I've seen it since yesterday. That's how busy I was. Didn't even have a chance to look at anything yesterday. So it's my first time, second time seeing it. I see a $5 super chat to from Knowledge 888. It's a $5. Says hi. Whoever is saying hello, goof on. You don't need to explain of what's happening. Always drinking some beers and looking at you. You don't need to explain of what happening. Okay, I got you now. About what I do all day. Yeah, gotcha. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Very smart. Hey, Nathan. Made it to the show. We just got started, as you know. It's very funny. Jimmy Mac soundtracks. All right, so this is interesting. Now, there's a supposed picture, right, of someone taking a picture of it. There it is. Wow. Yeah, I mean, that looks like, to me, see, on their phone. Now, is this the fake app that I've been talking about? Is this fake? My God. It even looks like there's a triangle. Look. Kind of comes out a little bit. It's weird. It looks like there's a triangle shape right here. You can see a hard edge. I think I need to, I think I'm going to enlarge this. Let's take a look at this. I'm interested now. I didn't think I would be. Oh, well, now you've seen some other things we'll be talking about tonight. That was good. Good one, Rich. Hit the wrong button again. Tell everybody what's going on before it goes on. Real good, asshole. God, I hate when I make mistakes like that. Edit. This one. So let's get rid of this. I hate this thing. They make it really, you have to be 1 pixel on it or it shuts down. Yeah, let's widen that up because there. Can't get too close. All right. I kind of see 3 lights. I say 3 lights. I don't know. I see 3 lights. They look like they could be inside like a can. What do they call that when it's recessed? A recessed light? I don't know. But I do see something. Look, it comes right here. Here's a sharp angle. And then it comes down this way. The light seems to bleed out on the bottom, like from here. You can see it's a brighter blue and then darker blue. Well, from here down is the bleed out, I think, of the light. Right? So it cuts through. You can see the light shining down this direction. You can even see the way it's bleeding out. This one looks like it's going this way. This one looks like it's going this way. And this one's going the same way as this. But then it comes around here. And it comes up. I don't know, man. It's interesting. I'd have to do some color correction and stuff. I don't have it on this program. This is just for the show. Can I? I guess I could. Yeah, I mean, we could, right? Not much. Not much difference. Let's try this. Clarity. I want to go colorize it. Black and white's always good. I'm not seeing it. Yeah, this is just a bright light, man. I mean, we can do this too. Bring out the exposure, drop it down. I don't see a ship. I'm not seeing a ship. I'm just seeing, oh, there we go. Whoa. That could just be from the lights. You know? It could just be the way the lights are, man. I don't know. Yeah, you know who? I'll be Mr. MBB 3333. Well, we can enhance it a little bit here with a little vignette and maybe a little clarity for everybody. They're always a handsome looking way of doing things here. Boy, that is a really photogenic UFO, isn't it? Wow. Wow, look at that. It's shining right at us. I don't know, guys, but to me, this looks like a fantastic UFO. And this one comes from who? From Mary Hall. Thank you, Mary. You're doing a great job out there, Mary. Mary Hall, everybody. That's a beautiful looking craft from Montreal, Canada. Look at that. We'll play one of his videos later. Yeah, it's funny. He's got some funniness about the way he talks. I got a vanilla right there. We can go Napa. How about Mercury? Wow. All right. Hard to tell what this is, guys. I really don't know. Really. Hey, Mr. DB Cooper 77 with the $5 super chat. Good evening, Rich Goofonians, guests, and mods. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it, Mr. Cooper. DB 77. Mucho generoso. Whoops. What'd you say? It looks like Mickey? It does. It looks like Mickey Mouse. Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle. If I didn't know any better, if I didn't go to Disneyland every weekend with my kids, I wouldn't have realized that this looks like Mickey Mouse. Wow. We'll call this one a Mickey Mouse UFO. I can't do it tonight. I'm trying too hard. People are listening. Here's another one. Another photo. Lots of stuff. I don't want to, hold on. Let me click that real quick and see if that's something that I could show you. Yeah. I don't want to accidentally click onto some nudity or something. There's another photo right there. Let me check on another one. Because like I said, I haven't gone through all this. And here's another. Wow, it looks like my photo. That's weird. That looks like the one I just put together in 30 seconds. You did a great job, Rich. That was a real photogenic UFO. Mickey Mouse, everybody. Mickey Mouse. Shut up, rabbit. All right, that's all there is on Montreal. Do I think it's real? Until there's further evidence, because there was evidence of somebody recording it. There was a recording of somebody recording it, and you can see it on their phone up in the sky. So because of that, I'm going to say yes. Otherwise, I would have said no. I would think that was fake. And you know what? We could still be being duped. We could still be duped, is how I should have worded that, grammatically correct. So, you know, I don't know for certain, but I'm going to say I think it's real. And let's look at the video just one more time. It is pretty cool. You get through to 30 seconds of advertising from this person's channel. Let's go big. Take one last look. Those are birds.
Tu vois ce que je vois? Oh my god, what the fuck?
See the one on the bottom? It's moving independently. The one on the bottom moved independently. That's interesting. Watch.
Fuck.
There it goes. Now, I was thinking maybe the craft was shifting, you know, like maybe the craft was turning, but it's not because the other two lights maintained. So I don't think it is a solid craft. I think it is a couple of lights just in formation. What is it? I don't know. I don't hear any drones. It looks, if I was to guess, I would say, depending on how far it is, 500 feet up, 1,000, 1,500 feet away. Hey, that thing could be a mile away, but it could be a mile wide. You know what I mean? It could be a couple of different things. I wasn't there. I don't know. I still don't like this. There's something wrong with it, but and I think it's because of the color of the light, and I think because it's near it looks foggy. So it's the fog. You can see down here, it looks like there's fog.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Where was this at, it said? Come on with the guys advertising. Montreal International Airport. Oh, well, that changes things. So there should be some sort of, you would think that the tower recognized these, right? You would think that the tower recognized it, and there must be a report somewhere, unless everybody's just denying that it happened, like we see so many times. No report, UFO. I don't even know what that means. And let's see. Here's another video. I didn't play the rest of this because I don't want to take up all that guy's footage, even though it's public. But here we go. This is it from another view. This is real. Wait a second. Wait a second. All right, I'm not buying it now. Not buying it. No way. No. 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 We're being duped. It doesn't look real. But then I just told somebody before the show, I don't remember who it was, but I said this, I go, we wouldn't know a real UFO if it came up and punched us in the face. We may be looking at a real UFO, but doesn't it have those fake qualities we see in the fake one, CGI? I didn't know it did this. It just looks fake. It does. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, but so, okay. All right. You want to know why it's fake, everybody? Let's just end this stupidity now. It is fake because we don't see anything else. it just ends at the most important part where it separates? Nah, I'm not buying it. I don't care. I know, not buying it. There should be way more footage than it. And what is there a volume thing? I want to hear what they're. Yep, it's up. The volume's on. You mean nobody's going to be saying they edited it? I did it again. They edited it and didn't, and that's it. It just ends at the end where it separates here. That's it. That doesn't make any sense. It is about to do something mind-blowing. It just split into 3 other UFOs. And you mean to tell me there's no more footage? Oh, well, you know, we had to go get the train or had to get in the cab. Sorry, it was a UFO. Didn't know it meant so much to you. It's not that it would mean much to me or you. It's world news if that's real. If that really happened. It didn't happen. I'm done with Montreal. Now that I saw this, no. Nope, not buying it. Not buying it at all. And we didn't see this on the other recording. We didn't see it split up. Obviously, the other recording is showing the second half of it where it already split up. But did it split up? Maybe it went back into one ball and split up again? Nah, it's a setup. We're being duped. And it even looks like the same type of camera, doesn't it? There, look. Even looks to be the same one. Hold on. No? It doesn't? Damn it. I thought it did.
Tu vois ce que je vois? Oh my God.
Oh, sorry, guys. It makes me just so angry. See, okay, so do you see this building here in the background? Isn't that the same building where the other person is? Look, I bet you this building, I think it's this building. I think it's possible. Why'd they take out the sound? Why is it 20 seconds? The traditional CGI fake number is usually 20 seconds. It is. You look at a lot of the fakes, they're around 20 seconds, 30 seconds. They're never long because they don't want to put out too much. Because if you see too much, you'll be able to debunk. So they give you something with no sound, no explanation, right? Yeah, no, I'm not buying this at all. I just can't. Deep down, I just can't. If the other video showed this, both of these videos do not show the final. Look, you see this light? This is interesting. Hold on a second. Hold on. I may have to rethink this. That means that that object is there. That dot is following this light source. That is not from this or this or this. It's from this. You mean to tell me this might be real? Oh my freaking God, it might be real. Well, you'd think there would be, well, I don't know if there would be 3. There should be more than one of these. See? You have 3 dots. There should be 3 of these then. No, well, we don't have it on this one. Yeah, it's just picking up the area. The camera's picking up the bright light. I think this might be real. I am really... that dot means it's in the sky, guys. That means there's something going back to the camera, creating that reflection. We see these dots all the time when you point your camera at the sun or a bright light. I think we've got a real something in the sky there. Yeah, it would have to be. It has to be. This is real. I think it's real, but why does it shut off? All right. This is I'm gonna have to to look at this closer and put out a video on it. That's it. I'll do that later on. We got more to do. That is a freaking tricky one. I want to investigate. I want to do an experiment, see if I can do it. That little light can't be there unless there's a source. And it is the same, coming from the same object. It's not from this or that, like I said. But why don't we see 3 of them? Well, that's because the light is so bright. It's when it hits the camera is accepting, God! The camera is accepting all of the light, and it's reflecting a bright light back to it. That's why there's only one of these. Must be pretty bright. I think it's there. Man, I don't know. What do you guys? People already leaving? All right. You got to go. You got to go. I am going to play a video real quick because I have got to get a drink to clear my esophagi. I was about to read something called Holographic Storage, Evidence of the Yellow Book. There's a company about to release a new form of data storage, holographic disks. That's fringe, isn't it? No, it's real. So it's not fringe. Fringe is stuff you really can't verify. You have many good theories, but not everything works out. So it's far out, hard to believe science that could be real. It's fringe. It's tough. Oh, I'm going to play last night a little bit of the third phase of moon video because I want to show you what happened with the Uruguay. Did I already? Well, this is weird. Yeah, let's go past me. You don't need my ideology. Because Blake got that photo I was talking to you about. And if you haven't seen last night's video, be prepared because this is going to quell. Is it quell? Squash? Quelling is when it's, isn't it quell? I'll have to look it up. Now, I thought I knew what quell was. It'll make you think twice, if not put to bed, put to rest any questions you had about the Uruguay sighting being a reflection with this photo. And the panel is there. So let's see what they have to say, including me, for a second. I think that's the moon. I don't know why it's this red color, but I thought I had some evidence here. UFO. Now there's a photograph that we didn't get, or third phase of moon didn't get until after they made the video and posted it and premiered it. And this photo is from a different vantage point. You can tell because of the where the moon is. I think that's the moon. I don't know why it's this red color, but some people think that this might be a reflection of someone's radio. And I have the video here, or I have a comparison here for you. And this was sent to me from, I believe his name is Scott Brown. But I was going through Twitter and I saw this. And I sent it over to Blake and Brent. And I'm like, you got to take a look at this. And, you know, this guy thinks that he's debunked it. He's not saying for sure 100% it's debunked. But he said this is a very, very close depiction of what this object might be. And you can see in his comparison, yeah, It's Scott Brown. I forgot to say that this part is the part that he's trying to say looks like the UFO down here. Under the said it's not the same make of vehicle, but it's a good example of a possible reflection. It's not identical. Let me tell you that. It doesn't match up perfectly at all. And my thing is, if you have a reflection on the windshield and you have the dashboard, not the dashboard, well, I guess you would have the components in the middle, you know, the air conditioning, the radio and everything. That would have to be under the window for it to be a good reflection. Not only that, the reflection would be stretched out because of the glass being angled at a certain way. So you would get, tell me if I'm wrong. See these windows? Isn't this the reflection onto the craft? That's coming out of the windows, right? That's a reflection. That's interesting. Do you think a dashboard would reflect like this? Those aren't windows. That's the reflection from up here, I believe. No, I'm wrong. I could be right. So why are these different colored lights? Are they pointing right at the camera? It's interesting. Under the window for it to be a good reflection. Not only that, the reflection would be stretched out because if it was on a window, you know the way a window, if this was on the windshield, a window goes down, right? So if there was a reflection right here from, see, it doesn't make sense because if the window's here and your dash and components are right here, it would have to be up like this so the components can be, it would have to be under the window, not in front of it. So if this dash leans back enough or is recessed enough that it's under the windshield, it could reflect if you're looking at an angle from down below, maybe. But wouldn't these lights be elongated and stretched out because of the window, because of the windshield? It would stretch them out. It would stretch it out. It wouldn't look right. These are sharp. I don't know. See this here, right? Let me show you this part right here, which bugs me. This here, this square right here. This reminds me of buttons on a dash. I understand it. There's some things in here that make me angry, but there is a photograph. This is the photograph and a video from two different places. So again, just like Montreal, oh my God, what if we're seeing a purposeful attack on ufology from just trolls, people just trying to fake everybody out? And they figured out good ways to do it. I think it's just strange how only days apart, we've got two very interesting UFO reports that are similar. Unless these are real UFOs. And it just might very well be real UFOs. Look at that clarity on that picture. It's amazing. It's really much different. Why is it red? There must have been some sort of fire or sandstorm. Why am I still talking here? Jesus, how long did I let me talk? Dr. J. Nobody really says anything. Doc does say some good things. All right, well, we talked about this. Sorry, guys. You want to see what Doc says? All right, we'll see what Doc says. We can't get enough of Doc.
That's what we're doing. We're striving to find the no.
Where are you, Doc?
And I came across, the show had been edited yesterday. And right after the show had been edited and it was getting ready to be uploaded, I came across a Facebook page of a friend who had posted this image.
That does not look like a reflection. I don't know.
Before we could, talk to anybody, they took it down. But we were able to save it just before it was taken away. Now think about it. If we hadn't done that, the people may not be able to actually see this sharp, clear image of whatever this is hovering over Uruguay. It is massive. I'm still leaning towards, you know, I've heard in the comments that it's possibly a reflection.
It's pretty much the same, isn't it? Yeah. All right. Let's move on. Oh, wait, there's one other thing. This man revealed the truth of, oh yeah, we have to talk about that. So there's this new storage. This company's about to release a new form of data storage, holographic discs. A computer disk about the size of a DVD that can hold 60 times more data is set to go on sale. Wait, hold on. Oh, this is interesting. I didn't realize what was being sent to me. Okay. This was supposed to be out. Okay, I didn't read all this, but okay, this DVD, this holographic DVD, it was set to be released 15 years ago in 2006. The disc stores information through the interference of light, a technique known as holographic memory. So it hasn't been released for some reason. They announced earlier in November of 2005 they'd start selling these discs and compatible drives from the end of 2006. Unlike other technologies that record one data bit at a time, holography allows 1 million bits of data to be written and read in parallel with a single flash of light, says Liz Murphy of In-Phase Technologies. This enables transfer rates significantly higher than current optical storage devices. So where is it? Holographic memory was first suggested in 1963. It has failed to find commercial success so far. So the technology was available in some form in 1963? What? How can you come up with that technology and not have the computer power for it? Is that why? Well, the Yellow Book is reported to be a physical record of the communications from an extraterrestrial. This is about Yellow Book, who was recovered from a downed UFO and kept in custody by MJ-12 before he died several years earlier. Oh yeah, this extraterrestrial was called EBE-1. A second extraterrestrial is reported to be currently in custody under MJ-12, and she is called EBE-2. But BT calls her Charlene. She is the author of the Yellow Book. The Yellow Book is reported to actually be a sort of holographic compact disc which can project images of the information it contains. It is alleged to contain references to biblical events, even including a holographic depiction of the crucifixion of Christ. I'm not sure the exact date that the Yellow Book was meant to be found, but in the 60s does sound pretty close. Could this technology, which has come from space and was sat on for whatever reason, why was it rejected in the 60s and not put into practice so 40 years later we wouldn't just be talking about releasing the first type of holographic storage? Will it evolve into a 3D holographic system of storage where we can see on Star Wars and other sci-fi movies? More importantly, is this proof that the Yellow Book could actually be a real item that has been obtained from an alien source? It's always going to be speculation of what the Yellow Book contains, and disinfo is rife in regards to the contact. But this edging us closer to proof that technology could exist in the fashion of what the Yellow Book is meant to be. I'm so confused. I thought Yellow Book was a person, alien called Charlene. That's what it looked like. Am I not reading it right? EBE2 is the name. They call her Charlene. She is the actual author of the Yellow Book. Okay. Okay. The Yellow Book is reported to be a physical record of the communications from an ET who was recovered from a downed UFO and kept in custody by MJ-12 before he died several years later. A second extraterrestrial is reported to be currently in custody. Oh, okay, so they had EB2 already. So why would they name her EB2 if she was already in custody? She should be EB1. You know, I can't. I can't do this anymore. No, I really can't. I don't know what to do. It's just nuts. Everything's nuts. Watch this. This man revealed the truth about aliens, I guess. Oh, just go. Oh, me and my stupid immaturity.
On some other planet 6 million light years from here. Mind you, these are not human forms. One of the ones that we've encountered most, oddly enough, we call it the alligator system. The physical body there, it resembles very much an alligator, but it has an intelligence equal or superior to ours. But they look like alligators. They look like alligators.
You just heard Robert Monroe describing the different types of aliens he has come across during out-of-body experiences. Robert Monroe was prolific in traveling out of the body and popularized the term out-of-body experiences. Throughout interviews and in his books, Monroe revealed the truth about alien life and how it is not extraterrestrial, but inter- and extra-dimensional. His findings...
Oh, boy. All right. Well, interesting. Yeah. Yeah. There's nothing here. There's no link to the video, so I can play more of it.
On the out-of-body realm were declassified on the CIA website in 2017. In this video, we will take a look into what Robert Monroe discovered about alien life, finally getting to the bottom of the mystery.
But no, 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 no. Because he's just using his imagination. How come these people, this changes nothing in the last 70 years. This changes nothing throughout the eons and millennia of stories of aliens visiting Earth. We know they come down from the heavens. We called them gods at one time. We called them all sorts of things, but I do not and cannot believe you can talk to aliens with your mind. I don't believe it. Absolutely not. So, of course, the Monroe Institute. The reason I don't, because I've tried it, and I try it a lot. I tried it so much. You could say I did it for a decade straight, almost every day, trying to reach aliens with my mind. I walked the dog, sat down most of the time. I would do it while I'm walking, do it while I'm working out, do it in the shower, while I'm in bed, while I'm watching TV, while I'm doing the show. I always try. It never works. I never get anywhere. Yeah, I'll have dreams and stuff, but those are dreams. That's not reality. I want to see things based in my reality with my 5 senses. I don't want to have to be tricked or try to do a trick. to try to reach the aliens. But Rich, it's the only way you can contact them. Really? That's the only way? No, it is the best way, I should have said. Oh, okay. Because if it's the only way, then forget it. There is no other way. I don't think of any other way. I think when we go to sleep, we tap into something. Now, the reason I think that, because I have lucid dreams. I have dreams that are so real and I can almost control them. I just can't. But they're so real. I see and smell and taste and feel everything. It's as if I'm there. And all of my dreams are like this. So what does that mean? All of your dreams? Yeah, all of my dreams since I was a kid have always been super detailed. I could write a book on each dream that I remember. So do you think you could self-hypnotize yourself and bring the astral reality to you, or you go to it? I've read books on it. I even got the CE5 handbook from Greer, just to see if there was something different. It's not. They all tell you the same thing. Keep trying, keep trying, keep trying, keep trying, keep trying. It'll work, it'll work. You'll figure it out. You'll figure it out. No, I won't. I can't. It's not happening. But I have had dreams that were so real, waking up to hearing things, I'll be in your head before you wake up, and seeing the beam of light, and waking up and seeing UFOs in the backyard over the swimming pool. And my mom was, those dreams. I've talked about them. If you haven't, well, you'll have to look in an old episode. But I have a problem when people make these claims. Just because you can't do it, Rich, doesn't mean it isn't real. I know that. I know. But as somebody who needs proof and does research, somebody give me an insider. Tell me how to do this. Do I need ayahuasca? Do I need to get on the ayahuasca? I don't want to do that. I want to do it naturally. I can't keep taking ayahuasca every day. Damn it. It's not right. I'm telling you, I don't like charlatans, and I feel like these people are bullcrapping. They're making it up. All right, let's see what he says.
Robert Monroe was born in Indiana, United States in 1915. At the age of 38, Robert Monroe started a company called RAM Enterprises. It was a corporation which produced network radio programs. In 1956, the firm created a research and development division to study the effects of various sound patterns on human consciousness. During this time, Robert Monroe became the subject of this research, which he believes led him into the next adventure in his life. In 1958, at the age of 43, Monroe, while experimenting with the sound patterns, experienced a strange sensation of a vibration within his chest area, which lasted for 6 weeks. During
Says him. All right, let's move on. Anyway, that all started with YELLOWBOOK and holographic technology, and that YELLOWBOOK thing is weird. I don't know if it's real. You can see it. It's a technology that should have been out 15 years ago for sure, and it's not out. We should be at that type of technology, holographic, 3D, hoverboards, all that stuff. Why aren't we building bases on the moon? Why aren't we? We should be. We might be. Are we? Did we? Could be. So not that I like to promote other people. There's nothing wrong with talking about other things that may be doing good for ufology. And there's a website. I don't know where I found this thing. I think it was from Twitter. But World UFOs and News. So World UFO Photos and News.org. And they've got a ton of stuff for you to look at. I mean, look at this. This reminds me of my old website, Seeing UFOs. Just from 2016 on, I think. I don't know. I thought this was new. How come I'd never seen this before? I thought this was a brand new website. Well, anyway, it's got a ton of stuff in here. Ton. Here's Ken Pfeiffer. You guys probably know who that is. Are you a fan? Whoops, that was an accident. Here's World UFO Photos. That's his place. It's got a gallery of stuff. I mean, there's a lot of stuff here. You know? There's a lot of sources out there where you guys can just go nuts. Look at this, all these pages. All different stuff. Doesn't all mean it's real, but it's documented. This is exactly what I had with seeing UFOs. Look at this. That's a famous picture. Imperial, California. Oh, look, they automatically go on. 5 seconds for each one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's about 6 seconds, 5.5. Interesting. Yeah. Oh, wow. That's a good one there. Wow, I've never seen that one. Huh. That's wild. See what I mean? Yeah, I don't like these. Not a big fan. Could be anything. Could be an airplane. Could be anything. Yeah, you're just going to have to look at these. That could be anything. They look cool. You see this? This is a very common thing that cameras will automatically see if you're out of focus. Do it with small, like a light that's far away, and that's what you'll get. Sometimes it'll do that with lights that are close if they're small enough, not too bright. It's a very, not unique, but it's a very popular anomaly in cameras. Yeah, there we go. Let's get some blurriness there. There we go. That could be somebody's steak knife. That could be a rock. That could be I don't know. I don't know. Looks weird. Wow, look at this. See the UFO? That's an interesting one. 1961. See, I knew that was cool. I didn't even know when it was from. All right. Well, there it is. That's it. That's the website. You can go check it out. Here's another one. This is a story I was going to just talk to you about. How to escape the confines of time and space according to the CIA. Wow. In the 80s, the spy agency investigated the gateway experience technique to alter consciousness and ultimately escape space-time. Here's everything you need to know. No. She turned to me. Another morning said, you heard of the gateway? Wait. It didn't register in the moment. She continued, it's blowing up on TikTok. Later on, she elaborated, it was not, in fact, the ill-fated 90s computer hardware company folks were freaking out about. No, they've gone further back in time to find a true treasure of functional media. The intrigue revolves around a classified 1983 CIA report on a technique called the Gateway Experience, which is a training system designed to focus brainwave output to alter consciousness and ultimately escape the restrictions of time and space. The CIA was interested in all sorts of psychic research at the time. Yes, they were, including the theory and application of remote viewing, which is when someone, thinks it, draws it, there it is. Have you had an experience with the Monroe Institute, hemisync, or had an out-of-body experience? Get in touch with XOGene515 at substack.com, everybody. The gay in the 50s, Robert Monroe, a radio broadcasting executive, we just talked about him, begins producing evidence that specific sound patterns have identifiable effects on human capabilities. Wait a second. Specific sound patterns have identifiable effects on human capabilities, not abilities, capabilities. These include alertness, sleepiness, and expanded states of consciousness. In 1956, Monroe forms an R&D division inside his radio program production corporation, RAM Enterprises. The goal is to study sound's effect on human consciousness. He was obsessed with sleep learning, or hypnopedia, which exposes sleepers to sound recordings to boost memory of previously learned information. You know, let me explain one thing to you right now. I think I figured out something. When I go to sleep every night, I say, hey, and then I say, Google. And then I say, good night, Google. And then she will say, good night, Rich. What time would you like to be awoke tomorrow? I say 5:30 a.m. Then she'll say, your alarm is set for 5:30 a.m. Good night, Rich. And then the sounds of crickets and a creak and some nighttime noises appears out of my Google Nest. And I'll go to sleep to that. I wonder if the sounds that are coming out of that Google Nest when I go to sleep is creating the lucid dreaming. I wonder if there's binary sounds. You know, they have those binary waves and other type of waves. I use that stuff, like lucid dreaming apps. If you guys really want to do it, and let me tell you something. It's not something that happens that night. It seems to happen the night after. Like if I don't do it for 2 weeks and don't use the sleep app for lucid dreaming, nothing happens, right? I won't have any really kick-ass dreams. They're all good, but short. I don't remember them. But when I use that app, it doesn't work that night. It's always the second night. I think that's weird. It's almost like my brain was being trained again the first night. And that's probably why they tell you it doesn't work. You got to keep doing it. I don't know. I think I'm an open vessel because I've been doing that stuff for so long. But anyway, 1962, RAM Enterprises moves to Virginia and renames itself Monroe Industries. That's what I meant, not Monroe. It becomes active in radio station ownership, cable television, and later in the production of sale of audio cassettes. These cassettes contain applied learnings from the corporate research program, which is renamed the Monroe Institute. In 1971, Monroe publishes Journeys Out of the Body, a book that is credited with popularizing the term out-of-body experience. 1972, a classified report circulates in the U.S. military and intelligence communities. It claims that the Soviet Union is pouring money into research involving ESP and psychokinesis for espionage. In 1975, Monroe registers the first of several patents concerning audio techniques designed to stimulate brain functions until the left and the right hemispheres become synchronized. Monroe dubs the state hemisync, which is hemispheric synchronization, and claims it could be used to promote mental well-being or to trigger an altered state of consciousness. Pretty cool. 1978 to 1984, Army veteran Joseph McConaughey, I don't know, contributes to 450 remote viewing missions under Project Stargate. He is known as Remote View #1. June 9th, 1983, the CIA report, Analysis and Assessment to the Gateway Process, is produced. It provides a scientific framework for understanding and expanding human consciousness, out-of-body experiments, and other altered state of mind. 1989, remote viewer Angela Delaforia Ford helps track down a former customs agent who has gone on the run. She pinpoints his location as Lowell, Wyoming. U.S. Customs apprehend him 100 miles west of a Wyoming town called Lowell. She found the guy. In 2003, the CIA approves declassification of the Gateway Process report. Then, 2017, the CIA declassifies 12 million pages of records, revealing previously unknown details about the program, which would eventually become known as Project Stargate. Unbelievable. And here's the report. It's all here. It'll be the link. This I'll put into the description after the show. A lot of good stuff in here. It's crazy what they did. It's crazy. It's a lot to read, but let me tell you, I want to talk to you about this continuous deja vu experience I had. It's weird. It was a very odd experience. It was like I'll tell you a little bit about it so you understand where I'm coming from. It's almost as if you know what deja vu is? You're in a situation, you're in a conversation, you could be driving, let's say, and then somebody's talking to you and you're like, in your mind, you're like, I heard this before. And then you say, I'm having deja vu. I'm having deja vu. Hold on. I go, that is so weird. I knew you were going to say that. This is weird. Oh, I love deja vu, you think to yourself, right? But what if it kept happening? And it kept happening. And I was on the phone with Third Phase, Brent and Blake, and I was telling them, I'm like, I swear to God, and they know because I've been saying this for a long time to them. I'm like, I don't know what it is, but I'm having this deja vu that's going on a lot longer than it should. Like, I knew you were going to say this and I knew you were going to say that, but I don't know it until you tell me about it. But it's not deja vu one and done. Usually you'll have deja vu and it's over with, right? You'll have your 10 seconds of deja vu and that's it. This happened for minutes upon minutes. I don't know. It just kept going on and off. Like it would happen. And I wasn't telling them about it because I don't want, people to think I'm losing my mind either. Constantly telling them when I was talking to them, especially in the beginning, I was telling them, I don't know what it is, guys, but I feel like I know what you're going to say sometimes. I'm having it. It's happening again. And they're like, okay, all right. And they, accept that I'm not bullshitting, I guess. But when it happened a couple, maybe 3-4 times, and I would tell them, no, you don't understand. It's deja vu, but it keeps going. And it was happening like all the time. And usually I would have deja vu maybe once or twice a year. But I was having it quite a bit. Like obscene amounts of it. I don't know if there's a thing called continuous deja vu, but that's what it was. And they kept talking. And in my mind, I'm like, yeah, I get it. I totally understand. I knew you were going to say that. It's so weird because deja vu happens like that. You don't know. It's not a prediction. It's like you're hearing something you thought you already heard. So if you told me a joke and a month later you tell me the joke again, think, you've forgotten. That's what it's like hearing it again. I didn't know you were going to tell me the joke again, but when I heard it, I remembered it. And that's what deja vu is. It's like you're stepping into an alternate universe that's just slightly different for some reason than the universe you're in. So maybe I'm wearing the same hat, but maybe it's yellow in the other universe, or maybe it's a different logo, You know, as I showed you earlier, the Space Force, the new Space Force hat. Like if that changed and, you know, was Air Force, you would be like, wow, that's weird. So you would say, oh, well, then there could be unlimited universes. Well, dimensions is what it is. I have a hard time with that because in fringe science, people think that every decision you make creates an alternate universe. So if I do this, I don't do it in another universe. Maybe I bang the bottle over here or something else. I still do the act, but it's a little different. But how does it change a whole timeline? It just does. Every action, there's reaction. So I am wondering in deja vu, especially continuous deja vu that I experienced, is there something that needs to be changed, or was something changed? The butterfly effect, right, Denbub? Felix Cordova, you guys are, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm trying. I didn't look in the chat room. Let me see what you guys are thinking. Felix, Rich, I've had the same happen. I've even dreamed and woke up and fell back into the same dream. I've done that. Yep. Denbub says the butterfly effect. What is that, you say? Well, if a butterfly flaps its wings in Hawaii, it creates a windstorm on the other side of the world. But if it didn't flap its wings and there was no butterfly in that area, that storm doesn't happen. That's the butterfly effect. The slightest change can create catastrophic things. It's amazing. Deja vu is going in your wallet and then going in your wallet again. No, it's not. In your mind, I think it's like that. If you're going in your wallet, it felt like you just did the same thing. That's what deja vu is. Like you could almost know what denomination you're going to pull out, but you don't know. You can't go into that deja vu and pull out money and know that those are going to be $5 $100 bills. That's not the way it works. I wish it was. You can't, it's hard to get specifics with deja vu. Even when I had continuous deja vu, it wasn't like I can predict what Brent or Blake were saying. I just felt like we had the conversation before. That's it. That's all it is. And it kept going and going. And I was just sitting there like this, like smiling. And I had to interrupt them once or twice. I'm like, you guys just don't get it. This is crazy, crazy. Eggneck Face says, hey, Goofon, I wonder if deja vu is when the other universe is happening at the same time. Oh, and that's when deja vu hits you, maybe. Okay. Oh, well, wow. Then, so then that means so all of those other years. But wait, why isn't everybody else having the same effect at that same time? You would think everybody would experience that at the same time. So it can only be for yourself. That's why I believe, and we're going off into a conversation I didn't plan on, but I believe, and I know you're going to think this is crazy when I say it, but I've said it before and I almost believe in it. I believe that we are gods. I do. We are the gods. I'll tell you why. Would you believe thoughts create things? Do you believe in the secret? And I know the secret is a bad term for what it is, but do you believe in that kind of thing where you can create your own reality? And I don't mean like, I'm going to create this magical, I'm going to become a movie star and I'm going to write books and do commercials and forever have everything I ever needed. No. That's not how it works. But it does give you the building blocks for it to work. And if you do the secret or create things with your thoughts, then those doors will open for you to give you access. You still got to act on them. You just can't sit there and do the secret and do nothing about it. You actually need to do something. Well, isn't the very act of doing something not really the secret? You're just doing it because before you didn't do it, but now you're acting on it. So it's just the very fact that you're doing it is creating it, not because you thought about it, but it's not just thinking about it. It's creating the universe that you want to be in. Like, for instance, and you can't do it all at once. You can't just live your whole life and you can't think about your whole life in one day and it's going to happen. Your whole life, you've been thinking a certain way. Okay. Some of you have a personality that always thinks negatively. So you're going to have a hard time telling the universe to change what you have been creating your entire life. You have a lifetime of doors to unopen or close and reopen new ones. So everything that you've walked through before got you to where you are now. The universe now needs to go back and close those doors that you walked through and open up new ones. And the more you are who you are, the more negative you are, the harder it will be for the universe to change it into what you want it to be. And that includes, you have to imagine a universe with clouds, with weather, with feeling humid, with sweating, with saliva in your mouth, with pain. You have to hear the road, feel the wind, touch the steering wheel, drive down the road, feel the bumps, beep your horn, have conversations. You have to imagine things in such minute detail to unravel all the things you did before as quickly as possible. Yes, you can do it. I can manifest real quick. I can manifest the reality real quick because I've been doing this a while. And I haven't done it lately, but I started doing it again, and weird things are happening. And it's just because I've imagined what I wanted to happen. And it's happening not exactly the way I imagined it, but the results are exactly what I want. That's the thing. So if you want to have fame and fortune, and you want to be, say, a rock star or an actor or a comedian or whatever, hell, you'll still be, if you do it the right way, you will open up those doors just by thinking it and doing it over and over and over and changing the universe that you knew your whole life to a new way of thinking in your mind. If you can do that and create a reality in your mind, the universe can't tell the difference. It doesn't know whether you're thinking it or living it. So if you imagine in your mind that you're living the life of luxury, limousines, women, cars, drugs, whatever it is you want, the universe can't tell. So if you can imagine it in your mind exactly the way it would feel as if you were living it, feel the heat of all the women around you. Oh, they're ripping off my clothes. You feel their nails. You smell the perfume. You feel their lips on your neck, huh? You got to imagine everything in detail. That's what the secret does. It's not just, I'm going to think positive today. I'm not going to let anybody take me down. That's not it. That's not what the secret is. And that's why I think we are gods. And that's where I think deja vu comes in from. Because I think what deja vu might be, and here's the reveal, are your own thoughts coming back to you in the other universe. That's what deja vu is. It's your own thoughts coming back to you. So you're on the track that you are in the other universe. That's why you understand it and you feel it and it seems familiar. That's all it is. That's what it is. That's deja vu. You're picking up on your own brain waves in another dimension. But if you want to do The Secret and you want to be a god or goddess, you can. You just don't believe it. That's the problem with you. You just don't believe it. You'll sit there and you'll do it same way I did it. And you'll say, this is so stupid. Why would I even think about doing this? And then when it happens and something comes to fruition and you got what you were asking for, wow, it happened. I can't believe it. Start with something small. Some of you never get that parking spot right up front, as the video tells you to practice. Do something small like this. Imagine yourself driving to the grocery store or the movie theater, wherever it is you usually go, and do not get that front parking spot. Now I want you to get in the car with your family, feeling your pockets, putting on the seatbelt, turning on the radio, the air conditioning, locking the door, starting the car, throwing it in reverse, telling your kids, shut up, I can't concentrate. What's that, babe? Yeah, I love you too. All right, let's go see the movie. And then you drive to go see John Wick. And you're driving down there and somebody in the background says, I know what happens, and say, shut up, it didn't happen. You imagine all these weird conversations that you normally would have on the way to the movie theater. And you imagine driving in traffic, going through the guard gate, buying your ticket, standing in line, getting food, looking for your seat. You can feel the atmosphere in the theater. You ever walk in a theater and it's just that sound of nothing in the screen? It's a cool sound when you walk into a theater. It's almost like it's echoing without echoing. That's how you do the secret. You imagine every minute detail, sit down on that seat and put your hand down on a piece of gum. Nothing is better than that. The universe can't tell the difference. And the more detail you give it, the more it will reveal itself. I promise you. Anyway, that's what I wanted to talk about on continuous deja vu. It's possible we may be reaching out into another universe just by chance, by happenstance, and hearing our own thoughts come back to us. But it happens so quickly, you can't stop it. It just happens. And you're living it again. You're like, I know this happens. It did in another universe, just a minute second earlier. It'll sync back up. Everything will go back to normal. Just a little shock wave. I wonder if you have, and we should do a test. The next time you have deja vu, within 24 hours from the time you have deja vu up until 24 hours later, I don't know, I'm just throwing it out there. See if anything odd or major happened to you. Did somebody die in your family, or did somebody win the lottery, or did they lose their job? I'm talking something big enough that there's emotion. There's a change of emotion in the family. I'm not talking about mommy and daddy comes home or your kids come home. I keep thinking I'm 20. You come home, right? And your spouse comes in and says, how you doing, babe? How was work? That was fine. Same old conversation. That's not it. I'm talking your spouse comes home, slams down the briefcase or their car keys and says, I hate my job. They fired me. They fired me. If something like that happens and you had deja vu a day earlier, I want to know about it. Knowledge, 888 with $1.49 super sticker. I don't know what it is, but let's take a look. It is dun, 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 dun. Good night, sweetheart. It's time. Where is it? I don't see it. Oh, it's moving. Hold on. It's scrolling because I haven't been on the page in a long time. All right, let's see. You guys see it. I don't. That's what's annoying. Yeah, I don't. It's not letting me. Too many chats going by. That sucks. It's not fair. Oh, there it is. It's an ice cream cone. I don't get the reference, but I'm in the mood for ice cream. I do have ice cream cones, believe it or not, with nuts on top and caramel in the middle of the ice cream, of the cone. Yeah, please do. Tell me. Thanks, Knowledge 888. Hey, don't forget, everybody, goof on, really, lives off the super chats. If you didn't, and I don't put the ads up on the shows anymore because why should I ruin the videos and let YouTube throw 15 ads in a 2-hour show for $1? I'm not into it for that, but we do live off those super chats. Believe it or not, that's how we survive throughout this pandemic. And you could always donate, support us here on PayPal, Cash App, and anywhere else. Just look for the links in the description or at the homepage on GoofOn on YouTube. Next, I really, mother. I really enjoyed the videos from the I forget what it's called. Just watch these.
What the fuck is that?
Hey, God, what do people got to swear for? Unbelievable. I thought this was fantastic. Hey, thank you, Denbub. I appreciate that, man. $6.99. Thanks, Rich. Great explanation of DeJaVu. DeJaVu and The Secret. Thank you much. I appreciate that. I didn't get to look at you and thank you very much. I appreciate that. Super generoso, both of you. And Knowledge and Mr. DB Cooper and anybody else. Thank you very much. I've explained that so many times over the years. It's old hat to me. Here's another video of the debris field. Look at these. That's real. See, that's real right there. Look how low it is. You can hear the burn. You can hear the burning of the debris. Here's another one, the last one. Doesn't it look like fireworks? That is crazy looking. Oh my God, I love this day. That was last Sunday. Can you believe it? It's already a week. All right, what do we got next? A lot of stuff tonight. Went over a lot of stuff. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. I was just showing everybody because I really enjoyed the video. Great video. Can't wait for your show tomorrow with Dark Hour Paranormal. Don't forget, everybody, tomorrow is the day on Dark Hour Paranormal. And Area 503 is having a huge premiere tomorrow. Where are you? There you are. Right here. Oh, I don't even have it up. What a schmoho.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside.
Manny!
In a world dominated by mainstream
Dark Hour.
media,
Michael.
news for profit, misinformation, and fake news, who can you trust?
For nearly the last decade, I ran a sensitive aerospace threat identification program focusing on unidentified aerial technologies.
Did you see his face?
It was in this position I learned that the phenomena is indeed.
I really seriously want to beat the hell out of myself just because I showed this. I can't stand the way he looks left and then right and gets all smug like he's doing something for us. You have done zero, zip, zilch, nada, nothing for ufology. Nothing. I don't know why people believe that this guy, Luis Elizondo, did anything for ufology. He did nothing. He did nothing. Absolutely nothing for ufology. I don't care what anybody says. Nobody to this day can tell me what he did for ufology other than be a talking head. He's from ATIP.
in this position, I learned
ATIP is a government-funded ufology type of deal. Yes, I said ufology because that's what they say. Oh, God.
that the phenomena is indeed real.
So who can you turn to?
Me!
Disclosure tonight.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Disclosure Tonight.
That's right, everybody. It's Richard Leno here.
We have an amazing show in store for you folks, including a special guest host from Area 503, the search for universal truth.
Here's Manny.
Manny.
Here's Manny. Manny's on the show tonight. Fantastic, everybody.
Special guest, the Area 503 computer, Leap the Demon, Cynthia Lip, Louis Elizondo, and a special guest appearance by Tyler of Security 10. Disclosure tonight. Buckle into your UFOs. It's going to be the ride of your life.
Disclosure tonight.
Fact or fiction?
But about those videos, I gotta ask, what the heck happened with all that, dude?
I believe the Roswell UFO incident to be a fiction.
So what does a massive living UFO eat?
Anything it wants to.
Coming soon to Area 503.
Tomorrow. And that is going to be what? Let's see, what time? Why doesn't it tell me what time? That's weird. I'm in the premiere. It just says premiering April 1st, but it doesn't tell me how many hours to go. Oh, at 11 a.m. my time. So that's, wait, you're on Dark Hour Paranormal at the same time? How's that possible? Yeah, because yours is, look, here, it says it, 11 a.m., that's my time. I'm on Pacific. So that's 2 p.m. Eastern. Then you go to Michael, 2 p.m. Eastern. Hold on, I just had it and I went off of it. So what are you guys doing? Are you doing here it is, 11 a.m., 2 p.m. Eastern. Are you guys doing it at the same time? Yeah. Well, no. When it says 11 o'clock my time, it tells me my time. It doesn't mean your time. So when I'm looking at your YouTube video, it shows me what time it's coming on for me. And it says 11 a.m. and I'm on Pacific. If I was in New York, this would say 2 p.m. So this is on exactly the same time Michael's on. That's the April Fool's joke? Oh, you're premiering this first. Okay. So you're premiering yours and then Michael's right after. So I guess you guys will premiere it and watch it at the same time? I'm confused. Either way, that was a misscheduled stream. The premiere is at 11 a.m. and DHP show is at 12:30. Oh, he updated it? Okay. Well, see, that's all I wanted. Thank you very much. I don't want to be now. You see, if I didn't check back or look tonight and do that again, I would have missed you on Michael's show and I would have been pissed. So he needs to get rid of this tweet and redo this tweet. He needs to get rid of this. Get rid of that, Michael, and repost it. It's confusing. I just want to be on time, man. You can't hate me for that. What do we got? I still have this to talk about. Okay. On July 9th, 1952, Thuringia, East Germany, Oscar Link, former mayor, and his 11-year-old daughter saw a UFO landed and 2 humanoids came out. They wore shiny metallic clothing. When the aliens saw the witnesses, they entered the object. The tower of the object retracted and the UFO took off. There's a video. Purposely didn't watch it. Let's see what happens.
The moment the crew disappeared in the cylinder, the disc rose with a humming noise until the thing was standing on the cylinder like a big mushroom. Then he said the disc began rotating. Red, blue, and green flames spurted out from the holes in it. He thinks they were for jet propulsion, these holes. He saw the thing rise straight up from the ground and move off parallel with the ground once it had gained height. It moved faster, he said, than any fighter plane he has seen.
Of course it did. Thousands of miles an hour. Now, we're going to jump back to last night to one of the most incredible UFOs you'll ever see. Ever. And we talked about it on the panel last night. So let's go back to last night and take a quick look, because this is probably the best UFO sighting ever. Now, I talked to somebody, I don't want to say their name, but he thinks what I'm about to show you is a toy. So I looked at the video again, and I saw something that I didn't talk about, and I want to talk about it tonight. That bothers me about the video. So let's take a look at what I think might be a real UFO video from Third Phase of Moon. This is old archive stuff from several years ago. I think the original video is from 2014. Anyway, we're going to start from scratch. 3, 2, a goosh. I said a goosh.
Welcome back to Third Phase of Moon. Blake Cousins here. We got a special report for you today. We received a video from Brazil in regards to a broad daylight flying saucer. It's an incredible display that we're looking at. We're also going to be doing an update in regards to Uruguay. What happened over the night skies? We obtained an incredible image that appears to see a huge ship over the skies, and it is crystal clear. We have the panel today with us, with Rich from GoofOn, including Dr. J from Dr. J Radio Live, and Doc Skinner from 1028 Productions, along with our buddy Michael from Dark Hour Paranormal, and my brother Brent. We're going to be breaking it down. We've got some major news, so let's get it started with Rich. Rich, what do you make of this incredible broad daylight sighting out of Brazil?
Doesn't matter what I think. I'm going to talk about it now. Okay, so let's get this clear. Man, that is odd, isn't it? And you can see the reflection of the sun off of pieces that are like sticking out. I need the clear portion. I don't know what. Yeah, I guess you could call it a sports model type of thing. It is spinning. Yeah, this is amazing. I think my sunglasses are, these glasses are, see, this is weird. I almost think you can see the color end here. And it seems to go over the whole, it washes over everything. It's almost as if this was colored. See, it bleeds out a little bit. See, it's too good to be true. So I try to find something wrong with it. And it's very hard to. And all the pixels match. Like I don't see a cutout of an overlay of a different video. This is the video. It's in the sky. So I'm thinking, because the way the color, did somebody colorize this and just fill this in very carefully? You know, on Photoshop, you could blow these up and literally pencil in the colors so perfectly. I'm not sure if that's what happened here, but that's the only thing I got. Other than that, I think this is legit.
Skinner from 1028 Productions, what's your thoughts on this incredible broad daylight sighting?
Well, I have to say, I truly love my job. This is an amazing video. I can tell you what it's not. It's not a balloon tied to a tether or a string. It's a metallic object. It even has like a bronze look to it with the flashing lights. I don't see any propellers or anything, so I have to count out drone, unless it's something used with toroidal energy. There is a gentleman, I think he was in Florida, that did create a device that would levitate from his yard, but he had to keep it tethered. If this was tethered in any way, it would wobble with the wind. It is perfectly...
To answer this question, back then in 2014, there weren't drones like this that you could just purchase. So I don't think so. I mean, maybe an early drone, but it could be. But it doesn't really look like it, in my opinion. You know? Doc says there's nothing here that's holding it down. There are no strings. Could this be faked? Yeah, but I don't see... Like, if this was faked, and this was a video of something else, and then it was overlaid onto this video, the pixels match perfectly, so they go right across the whole object. That's hard to do, to find the right match. It can be done, it can, but think back to 2014. This is just reflections. These aren't lights. That I don't think they're lights. I think these are protrusions that are catching the sun a certain way. But I don't think that this is a drone, because I don't see anything that's drone-ish. This looks metallic. And let me ask you guys something. Do you believe in UFOs? Do you believe they exist? You do. Me too. So don't you think once in a while we might actually capture one? That's all. I'm negative. Let me scratch that. I'm not negative. I believe I'm right when I say about 97 to 98% of the things we see aren't what we think they are. Most of the time they're misidentifications. People just don't know what they're recording because they're not outside all the time. You know what I mean? People aren't outside looking for stuff. People walk with their heads down, especially in 2014. And today, nobody's looking up. Nobody does that. I just think that we finally captured something. We can't explain it. And that's it.
It's not a drone, but supposedly silent. So... amazing video. I'm just watching it here on the monitor, and it's just compelling. I'm going to say UFO. I'm going to say UFO because it still is unidentified, but I can count out drone. I can count out balloon. Yeah, the fact with the blinking lights, and it just has that chrome wood metal color to it, rust. And what I've also noticed...
What is solid validation of proof? What is it? I know what it is. Solid validation means this object lands, people look at it and get close, look inside, meet the aliens. Let's say it crashed. Let's say the aliens landed and walked away from it or got picked up by another craft and they just left it behind. Tangible evidence, something that can be studied and measured, and we don't have any of that. That's tangible, something that can be put in our hands.
I can count out drone, I can count out balloon with the blinking lights. And what I've also noticed is over the years, you had ships like this that were seen that looked kind of clunky, like a Model T UFO. And now we see sleeker UFOs like the Tic Tac. So could this be our fellow aliens just, hanging out in a Model T, checking out the scenery? Don't know.
Interesting aspect there, Doc Skinner. Appreciate your insight. Now, let's take it out to Dr. J from Dr. J Radio Live. What's your thoughts on this broad daylight sighting, Dr. J?
Bob Lazar would be extremely happy to see this video, especially if he saw this in real life, in person. I'm talking about today, not in the 80s when he worked at S4. Why? Because it reminds me of the sport model craft that he worked on at S4. And if it varies slightly to be looking similar to one of the other 8 craft that he saw at S4, which is in Area 51, of course, everyone knows that these days, regardless, the shape is still similar to a classic flying saucer. And personally, I would never get bored of seeing these shapes in the skies, whether they be photographs, videos, or better in person, especially against a blue sky with beautiful clouds. I love how it's just sort of sitting there. I think it's possibly rotating, but I didn't see it on a large enough screen. Again, though, if this thing is sitting there for minutes, possibly hours or longer, and I'm not talking about just a specific case, I'm talking about in general, then that sort of blows up the arguments that this is one of our traditional craft, because where is it going to refuel? Another thing about this is, of course, the similarity to so many other types of video. And again, if everyone remembers what former director of national intelligence,
It's Michael.
Although these sightings are from 2017, they're still piquing our curiosity today. In the first capture, we see an object that appears to have white or reflecting protrusions that are rotating along with the craft. There is a very definitive point where you can see the sun reflecting off of the object, and the interesting thing here is that these pod-like protuberances also appear to be blinking while they're away from the sun's source. That being said, I think that's interesting to perhaps entertain that what we're seeing in the way of illumination might actually be self-powered and not just reflections. Honestly, this craft reminds me of the Bob Lazar sports model, perhaps intertwined with
Oh, I got something I almost forgot. I think this is it. No, we got a lot to talk about. Here's Bob Lazar. Where's the picture? There it is. There's Bob Lazar's drawing. You got the 3, what are these called? What did he call them? Omnicores. These are the, this is the power source, and they would aim in certain directions. And then he said there were 3 seats that were made for like children size. Here's some windows. It looks pretty similar, right? There's the Bob Lazar drawing. You can see he signed it, 1989. That was my sports model there. So, thanks, Bob. COVID. Hold on a second. Let me get rid of some of these. Get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that, and get rid of that. Go.
Billy Meyer's beaded crafts, and that's what we're seeing here in the sky.
Whoa. That's it. That's the craft. Is it not? Let's see.
Hi, is it possible that some of those technologies have met together at some point along the road?
Is that it?
Brent brings up a great point that this could very well all be drone technology. It doesn't appear to be incredibly sizable, but it's tough to tell because there's not much to reference in the foreground or the background. I'm curious why the camera person held their hand up to the lens, maybe to show in some way that the object was in the environment. The thing is, we used to, and I don't know if people still do it today, but when we would cut for a scene, especially if we were shooting a video wherein we would have to edit a long take, you would put your hand up to the camera so that as you were going through, you would know exactly where the good take was. Well, today we have cell phones that essentially take clips. Most of the devices that film just take clips. So I'm not sure exactly why that was a decision that person had made.
All right. I wanted to see if that is similar.
What's the reason? It doesn't happen in the United
Yeah, similar but
States
different.
like this, where we see these classic.
All right. Well, that was last night. So I wanted to talk to you about this picture real quick. You already saw it coming up. This is Joe Nichols' Alien Timeline. 1947. I hope you can see this. Well, let me blow it up a little bit. You have the Little Green Men, 1951. You've got these, silverback type with the helmet. Otherworldly beings bathed in light happened in the 50s with Contactees, Flatwoods Monster. And then you got the man with the plug. I don't know who that is. These are the hairy dwarves. Remember that in the 50s? See, every single decade, every 5 to 10 years, there's always a new character. Why? Why? I'll tell you why. It's not because there's 60 different species that found Earth. It's because people are always trying to come up with that viral story. 55, we have the Kelly, Kentucky Goblins. In the 56, 57, 58, we've got the Nordic type. We've got the robot humans. We've got definite blobs and robots. Betty and Barney Hill abduction. That's when we first saw these grays. And then we'd have the 10-foot Cyclops in 63 and 65. We got more robots, 6-inch robots, which I've talked about before. And then you got the Michelin tire guy in 66 with Mothman, Becky and Betty Andreasen abduction, or Betty. That was the two-eyed horned with the gray. And then you got the cat people, Charlie Brown guy. You got the bearded Irish guy. And you got the guy with the face mask and all that. And then in 1970, you've got the, I don't know what that is. I've never seen the green clothed triangle, this demon looking monster, and the three-eyed giant. God, they were doing a lot of drugs in the 70s. In 71, we've got the pile of shit monster. And between 71 and 72, we've got the pile of shit sanitation worker alien. He picks up the shit monster. Then in 72, we've got the long-haired Jay Leno type. Then we've got the insectoids, which looks like, man, that's when Pelosi came around. What? Then we've got 1973, we've got the light beings. We've got more grays, but military-ish. Then we got more like a Bigfoot monster. These type of UFOs became really popular. And then we have the ninja aliens along with more robed Dr. hairy creatures, and Travis Walton abductions. Now we're talking about slicking it up a little bit. Now we've got robots in 77. Very cool. We've got the reptilians. That looks like a Michelin man. Now, fairies came out in 79. Holy mackerel. We've got the walking duck, platypus type of thing, the lizard people, the regular-sized aliens. The grays are back with the American doctor. In the 90s, we've got more grays that they're lit up. In 61 through 92, we've got the long-haired, big guys, big head, doctors with the long-haired, long eyes, big head, doctor. We see gray people. They sure look great to me. 2 big eyes. We've got one in the chair. We've got one standing. It looks like your neighbor smoking a cigarette. And we've gotten down to today with the standard novelty art conception, the naked, running in my place alien. It's a beautiful thing. Thank you. Who did this? Who made this? That was Joe Nickel. Joe Mama. I don't like that depiction. Makes me angry. A little bit. What's that? That's it. Yep. That's it. What a night. Boy, I want to thank everybody for hanging out tonight. Thank you, moderators and super chatters. You've been so freaking generous with your time and your support. Thank you, thank you. Mwah! And thank you to the newcomers and veterans alike. Just asking for a minute. Give the show a minute. If you don't like it, you don't have to come back. But I know you learned something today, so that's all that matters. I'm glad I did too. I learned something every day. So we'll be back tomorrow, April Fools. Don't forget Michael and Manny, Area 503 and Dark Hour Paranormal tomorrow. Early in the day, right around noonish, 12:30 Pacific, 2 o'clock Eastern, 11 a.m. for Manny, don't forget. Right? 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 a.m. Eastern. And Michael's on a half an hour before that. I'm Rich Giordano for Goof On. If you ain't looking up, you ain't looking out for ufology. Have a good night, everybody. That was a good one.
I don't know what you're complaining about. All you have to do is go to sleep. I'm not asking you to come with me. I was there. I know you would. You're scared of your own shadow and terrified of dear Uncle Gustav. Yes, I am. Well, I'm not. I don't care if he does find me gone. But how? Frida, I beg you. Think about what you're doing. Everyone says he's a wicked man. What about him? Who wants to be good if being good is singing hymns and praying all day long? He's doing what's best for us, I'm sure. It might be best for you. It's not for me. I'm going, and you might as well stop arguing about it. And I warn you, if you dare tell on me, Frida, you know I wouldn't do that. I'm just telling you. You know what will happen if you do. Stop it, you're hurting me not half as much as I will if you don't keep quiet.